furniture. Done worked with some of your larger companies months ago, Mattress One, Star Furniture, just about any of them you think of, I've actually worked there. So this is actually my store here after working in retail for so many other companies for years. I decided that I wanted to do something for myself instead of making them all the money, kind of do it for myself. And, you know, I have married, got four kids. I've been married for 13 years. One thing I love about Kayani is a good friend of mine, Dr. Jeff, more like a mentor father, told me about it probably about a year, 2 years ago. And at that time, I was just kind of focusing on my career a little bit, didn't really think about, you know, what it was. And then I ended up going through some health issues and ended up having to fight for my life for about a good 4 to 5 months. Ended up having a disease, Marfan syndrome. Long story short, I ended up having to have an open heart surgery. My aorta kind of detached from my heart. Ended up having to take all kinds of medications, different things. And Dr. Jeff kept telling me, he's like, hey man, you should, you know, try this out. I think it'll, you know, help you out with a lot of things you're dealing with, taking 2 or 3 pills a day for high blood pressure, and then taking a couple other medications for symptoms of the high blood pressure medicine. So it kind of seemed like the list kept going. I was constantly getting prescriptions out of prescriptions. I finally just took the product, started taking it a little bit, noticed the difference in my body, started feeling better, had a lot more energy. Still didn't really kind of jump on it then. When he showed it to me then, I was still like, oh, okay, it kind of worked, but not really what I need right now. And then I just got to thinking about other ways of making money. I've been in direct sales for quite some time now, for a couple other companies. Just never found one that I was excited about, that lined up with, you know, where I believed in the product, had a great compensation plan, something that I was excited about. And then again, Dr. Jeff brought it up to me again, ended up introducing me to Casey, and he came through and explained everything to me, and it ignited a fire in me. I feel like this is what I've been looking for some years now. So I'm excited to be running with it, and I'm looking to build this thing, to build up a great network to provide some generational wealth for my kids and my children's children. So that's my why. That's why I'm in this thing. I'm very coachable and teachable, and looking forward to working with all you guys to build a great empire so that we can enjoy life a little bit better from the inside out, a healthy life and a prosperous life. But that's all about me. I want to bring up Mr. David here, great guy, business owner as well. He's been grinding this thing out. He's one of the top earners, top position with the company, doing extremely well. I'm gonna bring him up and let him share a little bit with you guys. All right. Awesome.
Thank you. Let's get it back to Terrance. First of all, I appreciate you giving us the space to actually utilize this to impact other people's lives. That's important. So we thank you for that, especially bringing people here. That's awesome. And hopefully, I'm more than certain you won't get in trouble. So, how's everybody doing today? Good. How's everybody doing today? There we go. So, the one thing I asked you to do is I asked you to open your mind. Okay? Open your mind, and you will be able to see some things that you might not have seen before. There are 2 things in life that can save your life, and that's an open mindset, and that's an open parachute. And we are not in a plane right now, so open your mind. Okay? My name is David Jones, and I am a Sapphire with the company. I actually started in a corporate job called CDM. I was born and raised right here in Houston, Texas. I then went off to college, started playing football at a school called Benedictine College, where I played tennis. And I then started working for a larger corporation called CDM, as I said. And then I therefore moved from here to LA, from LA to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where do not ever do that. I went to school in Kansas. I thought it was, you know, somewhat going to be the same weather. It was not, nowhere near. And so again, my mother got diagnosed with brain cancer, and I had to move back home from Minnesota. She had a tumor the size of a tennis ball, and they actually they were able to go in and shrink it down to a pea. The fortunate thing is that they did this over in Germany because my godfather was Dr. Baby. So he was able to actually have her go over, and she was back home within 3 weeks. Not a lot of people are fortunate to have that type of, good godfather and say, hey, we'll take care of them. And so therefore, what I've been able to find in this has been something that can be able to help out not only myself, but everybody else. And, the one good thing that I remind people is I'm fortunate enough to be able to share this with you because I found something that not only can, be able to change generational shift, but be able to help everybody create that generational shift and really open up your mind and have dreams and desires that you want. Because a lot of times we forget what those dreams and desires are because we get so stuck in the mundane world, fighting traffic, same old traffic, every single day. And so I want you guys to really keep your mind open to what I'm about to explain and show you guys. So a lot of you have been hearing about Project Extreme Velocity, and that's partnered with Kayan. And so what I want to bring to your attention, first and foremost, did you know 1 out of every 3 Americans die, right? Or disease could be preventable 80% of the time. 70% of Americans are not getting the proper nutrition. Period. How many of you get angry? How does that work out for you? It does not work out for you as well. Right? You also will understand that 55% of Americans take all of our prescription pills. We have 5% of the world's population, yet we're taking 50% of the pills. That's $380 billion spent on pharmaceutical drugs. That's an issue. Okay. Also, when you look at a lot of the heart disease, imagine this: 3,000 people die today because of heart disease. You don't hear that on the news. Now imagine this. Imagine for the next hour there were 4 jumbo jet planes crashing. And they would be all over the news. Now imagine that every single hour for the hour, 4 jumbo jets crashed for the next year. And that's the amount of people that are dying of heart disease. But yet it's not talked about. Because 1 billion is gone. Right? That is what we're here to eliminate. So, when you talk about why more people should take care of their health, how many of you are always on the run? How many of you still cook at least 4 times a week? Right? How many of you are cooking nothing but vegetables and fruit and all of that? Okay. So your health is important. We know that people are not getting the proper nutrition throughout the day. And so I will start by talking about our triangle of health. This right here alone is a huge benefit. And this 1 ounce pouch that we call Sunrise has 22 superfoods alone. Anybody tried juicing before? How's that work for you? Consistent.
Well, the juicer is basically fruit, vegetable,
Yep. It became a little hard, and it wasn't consistent. This right here is like you're going to HEB, and HEB picking out the top 22 superfoods around the world and giving it to you in cold pressed pouch. Okay. This right here has been able to help out a lot of children with ADHD, autism. Right? How nice would it be for your hand to a child, one of these cold pressed pouches, and say, "Hey, have a nice day." Okay, because by the time they eat that Pop-Tart and that cereal, by 9:30, 10 o'clock, they're hungry. Okay? So when you talk about the next thing is our Nitro Extreme. How many of us get scars now and they take a little bit longer than a week? A week? You get scarred? Yeah, it takes a little of the time. When you were little, how fast did that go? Like that. When you were little, how much energy did you have? A lot. That's because you have a lot of nitric oxide in your body. As we get older, your nitric oxide in your body decreases significantly. What this does, it actually is a vasodilator that opens up your blood vessels and allows the sunrise and all the nutrition to flow through your body, therefore expanding you. I can tell you one story when your mom and dad tell you that sexual functions will be better than you know it was. When you can go to the gym and you can work out for another 2 to 3 hours, you know it works. So when you talk about pre-workouts and people going to the stores buying all this junk and crap from Walmart and GNC, knock it out. All natural. That's made from the non-seed. That's an all natural plant without the actual additional morphine, the sugar and GMOs and all that stuff. You don't need that. This is also just as efficient and impactful as morphine. So you talk about our opioid crisis right now, this right here in itself helped out significantly a lot of people with that alone. Not only that, we'll talk about our sunsets. Our sunset is our wild Alaskan sockeye salmon. This has tocotrienols. Okay, anybody ever heard of that before? No? Perfect. Good. You probably should, and you probably will hear a lot more of them. There are well over 100,000 studies on tocotrienols. A lot of us are deficient in vitamin D. 96,000 people die a year because of deficiency in vitamin D. Also, when you talk about vitamin D, it is a precursor to cancer. Okay, so that's a huge benefit as well when you talk about people that are found with cancer are lacking in vitamin D. And then when you talk about the world's best fish oil, how many of us have taken fish oil before? Those are huge, right? The birds and all that other stuff. We regurgitate. Nowhere near like that because that's also synthetic. A lot of it's synthetic. Taking our farm raised and eating a whole bunch of fish that in a big bucket that have pesticides and eating everything else. You get the reason why you get that, right? So you will see the increased benefits that you'll see right here from increased energy, right, to better cardiovascular. With this right here alone, you are looking at a person that was 54 pounds heavier a year and 3 months ago. You are looking at a person that was on high blood pressure pills. You are looking at a person that was on high cholesterol pills as well. Within 2 months, the doctor took me off of my blood pressure pills, off my cholesterol. Right? So that's huge when you talk about being able to go off of prescription drugs. They no longer will get my money. Okay? So just in that sunrise alone, I'll ask you this. When's the last time you had 8 apples in one day? Okay? When's the last time you had 23 cups in one day? Okay. No. 80 cups of broccoli? No, probably not. Didn't think so. So all of that is in that 1 ounce pouch. Okay? Is equivalent to that 1 ounce pouch with all the other 22 superfoods that we have. Okay? Ladies, how many of us love our hair, skin, nails, bodies? Unfortunately, so your body is made out of 70% water, 30% collagen. Okay? You stop, or your body stops making collagen, so your aging dramatically increases over the course of time. What we've been able to do is actually provide an all-natural hydrolyzed collagen that is keto-friendly, soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, all-natural, grass-fed, non-GMO, sugar-free. Say that 10 times in a row, I'll pay you $100. Okay? It comes with 5 grams of hydrolyzed grass-fed protein. This right here is literally, remember when everybody was taking you made the face. This is just as effective, if not better, and it comes with the actual Easy One pouch, and it tastes like the Gatorade lime. Definitely have this cold. Okay, you can have this tea as well. This is virtually your collagen in a pouch. So that hair, that skin, the nails, you will find yourself regenerating that significantly. And then when you talk about working out. When you talk about not only working out, but by providing yourself with an all-natural Fit 20 that comes with 10 grams of protein, 10 grams of collagen. This is huge. I actually have a professional bodybuilder right now that this guy is literally a scientist on wheels with muscles. When I showed him this, he's like, David, this is the best protein I have ever seen ever. And I've taken a lot of protein in my day, and this tastes awesome. There's no chalk to it. There's no aftertaste to it. A lot of us go and get that aftertaste. It's horrible. You really don't have. You don't need one of those little shakers things. This goes perfectly. You can actually mix it with the Sunrise as well. This is all natural, grass-fed, non-GMO, zero sugars, keto-friendly, 99% dairy-free. A lot of people don't take protein because of the actual systems and the way the protein breaks down. It creates a whole bunch of bubble guts. Everybody wants the gas, right? I know I don't. So, ladies, when you talk about your anti-aging skincare, remember when that Face app came out about 3 months ago, and everybody got hacked and all that? And everybody looked at their skin and they're like, ooh, gotta take better care of my skin, right? This is probably something you definitely need to take a look at, okay? Due to the fact that this right here is one of the only, and I mean one of the only, that has no petroleum, no mineral oil, no gluten, no synthetic colors in this particular product. I actually took this up to Sephora when I very first saw it. And I asked her, I said, man, can you tell me a little bit about this? I'm trying to get something for my girlfriend, and I'm thinking about this, but I want to come and check with you guys to see what this, what the comparison is. And this lady looked at this. She said, well, she said, you don't have anything like this. She says, all the skincare lines we have in here are well over $1,000. And she said, and they don't have nothing of this. Said, oh, okay, I'm in the money. So, with that being said, this is made from your Swiss apple. It also has your tocotrienols in it as well. You also find your Alaskan blueberries in this that really is going to make the skin do what it's supposed to do. And the one great thing about all of our products is you will find it is FDA approved. And when I say FDA approved, it is made in FDA approved facilities. This is provided in 65 other countries. Americans, unfortunately, are the only country that allow a whole bunch of garbage that we shouldn't be having. So when you talk about this being provided in 65 other countries with 13 other different certifications, when you go from professional athletes to us telling you, hey, you can take this, it is what it is, and we say what is in the product is in there, from all the way to the Grand Gold Award that the Sunsets won, and that's literally like winning the Emmy Awards. They take 3,500, is it 3,500? 35,000, 3,500 that they take of the best fish oil, and we got awarded #1. Okay, and that was in 2015 and 2018. So that's a huge benefit that you will find that what we provide, it is what it is, right? We say what the product is, and let alone when I talk about, just me, my mother, she has thyroids. She's no longer on her thyroid. My sister, she has hypothyroid. She's no longer on her thyroid. My father, he has sciatic nerves. He's no longer he's no longer being able to not wear tennis shoes. He's able to run around the house and wear tennis shoes. He was not able to do that. And so that's the biggest thing. And so one of the last things I want to talk about is this. This is the main reason why before you leave here, you should at least be bare minimum an actual customer. Because you cannot go to Walmart or HEB right now and buy a bottle of milk, pour out that bottle of milk, put the cap back on it, take it back to HEB and say, I want my money back. So you're going to be on the news tonight. I'm going to be there watching, okay? We literally give you a 30-day money back guarantee. You try out the actual K-Honey and you see what it does for you, okay? I remind people this is not like you can't break your arm and in a week from now, is your arm going to be healed? No, it's going to probably take more time. You might have more speakers clause than I have, right? So that's where it takes a little bit. We also have our Prime. It's just like Amazon Prime. This is your free shipping that you can actually utilize, and it comes as you need it every month, right? We also have it for a year as well. This helps you make it a whole lot easier. We make things simple and easy. That's what we do. So the next gentleman I want to bring up to you guys is literally a person that I've got a chance to spend all day with him today. And he by far is a master in what he does. He's a genius. As far as within this company, he's been able to impact well over, I'd say, 400,000 people's lives. I mean, he's told me story after story today and helped me out. He is our green diamond, Mr. Miles Allen. Welcome, sir.
Good. Awesome. How are we feeling? Good. Fantastic. Well, first off, I got to give it back to my man, Mr. Dave Jones. Absolutely amazing. Amazing leader. Everybody knows his stuff. So, but I got to give it back to him just because his leadership, what he's done, what I've seen him do since he joined this business has been absolutely amazing. So, absolutely rock star. If we can, one more time, give it back to him. So guys, a little bit about my story. My name is Miles Salad. I am 28 years old. Grew up in Granbury, Texas. You guys know where that's at, small little country town. But graduated from the University of North Texas. Got my degree in medical rehab, where I was supposed to do physical therapy. But I don't know where I'm supposed to stand, but I'm at it. Okay. But anyway, so I got my degree in medical rehab. I was supposed to do physical therapy. But my senior year, I did an internship, and I realized physical therapy was not really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So got my degree, didn't use it, went into insurance instead as a commercial and residential claims specialist. I ran tax claims independently and was doing really well for myself. Was already breaking a six-figure income, at 24, so I thought that was going to be my career, what I was going to do for the rest of my life. But then one day I was cruising through my Facebook and I came across a friend of mine who was driving an Audi R8, which is a $200,000 car. So being a 24-year-old guy, I'm seeing this on my Facebook. I'm like, hey, well, what the heck is this guy doing? Because the last time I spoke with him was like a year prior to that, and he was not rich, and now he is. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Looked into it, saw he was doing network marketing, and honestly, at first, I was pretty negative about it, pretty skeptical just because I have heard of the Herbalife, the Advocates, the Amways, Mary Kay's. I've heard of all this stuff before. Wasn't really familiar with the industry. I've always heard there was a lot of money to be made, but I've never seen it. And so when I first saw this, I just threw it to the side. Had the whole, if it seems too good to be true, probably a type of attitude. Week later, see his Facebook again, light bulb goes off. I know the guy, my friend. I'd be crazy not to at least give him a call, pick his brain a little bit, see what this whole, kind of thing he is. Never heard of it. And so that's what I did. Called him up. Basically, was just like, man, I see the success. I know it's network marketing. Don't try to sell me on it, but tell me how in the world are you doing what you're doing? Is this actually legit? And sure enough, he actually gets me in front of another gentleman named James Bradford. He's the #1 income earner here in the United States. And that's all to it. I mean, Audi R8, Maserati, Aston Martin, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Me being 24, being a guy, I'm like, yes, okay, I want to be rich, right? And so I figured, let's do this. You know what I mean? Like let's roll the dice. I had nothing to lose, so might as well give this thing a shot and see what happens. And so I did, and made my first $1 million in 18 months, doing it pretty much part-time. And been doing it now for 4 years, and made millions of dollars with it, and I've helped a lot of people do the same. So from a financial standpoint, this is definitely there. But you already heard it. It's because of products. They're literally changing people's lives. And with that being said, I will tell you, I'm about to dive into the financial side. I'm going to be diving into the business side, and I will make a disclaimer now. I'm going to be throwing out some crazy numbers, because one thing is for sure, we make a lot of money here, but again, it's because these products are changing people's lives. It's not just some dumb product made just money. It's changing their lives to the emotional attachments there, making our retention also one of the highest in the industry. So very powerful. But this right here, if you guys don't take anything away from this presentation, take this. I'm a businessman. I look at different business models literally almost every single day. Anything from obviously network marketing, but real estate. I look at different kind of investments, business investments, startups. I mean, I look at everything. And I've been doing that for about 4 years. And I can tell you in the 4 years of doing this almost every single day, I've never in my entire life come across anything that can even come close to the foundation that we have here. So again, this really says it all. This is the whole reason why I joined Kyani in the first place. And you're going to understand why. But what exactly is Kyani? We are an international nutraceutical company that you already know of, or that you already know about. Nutraceutical being all natural, organic, non-GMO. We're in over 65 countries, so very global business. I actually do business in 37 different countries, all due to our online system. That's our headquarters in Idaho Falls, Idaho. We launched in 2007. We are a $250 million company. So we are a massive company. However, we have less than 1% market penetration here in the United States. So you may be wondering, how in the world did we launch 12 years ago, right here in Idaho Falls, still nobody in the U.S. even knows who we are. This is actually one of my favorite things to talk about because this shows how amazing the timing is here. So in 2007, when we very first launched, the focus was mostly overseas in Europe and Asia. The reason why is because in Europe, in which way you look, they're a different country. Asia, there's billions of people. Overseas in Europe and Asia, they're all about the all-natural, organic, natural lifestyle, what the products are, and they're all about network marketing. So that's where the focus was in 2007. Now, August of 2014, two gentlemen came together to relaunch the United States. A gentleman named Mark Davenport and a gentleman named Scott Bolch. Two names you guys want to remember. Now, Mark Davenport, he sold the largest direct sales company in the history of Europe. Okay, he lives in Dubai. He's created over 300 cash millionaires just the past couple of years, me being one of them. Okay, he charges $15,000 for 1 hour of consulting over the phone. Okay, so this is the level of mentorship that we get here. In fact, the online system that's allowed us to have the success that we've had is the online system that Mark Davenport created. But Mark Davenport, he found Scott Bolch. Now, Scott Bolch is the marketing guru behind We Buy Ugly Houses, which I know y'all got to be familiar with that because I've seen the billboards all over the place. But Mark Davenport found Scott Bolch, wanted to use Scott's marketing software to relaunch the US, but wanted to relaunch it in LA or New York for population reasons. Come to find out, Scott Bolch lives in Dallas, Texas. He's already made millions of dollars in the industry of network marketing, so they teamed up, relaunched in Dallas, where I'm from. That's why we are literally the very first people to even know of Miami. The entire United States is completely wide open. In fact, say it again, less than 40, right, Sapphires? Yeah, so check this out. When you hit a certain rank in this compensation plan, you get a car allowance, okay? We have almost 4,000 cars just in Dallas, Texas. Less than 40 here in Houston. This is why I'm excited to be here because, again, I'm sure you guys, for the guests in the room, you'll probably never even heard of Miami until the person that invited you here today told you about it, right? And that's why the timing is so amazing. But more importantly than just the timing is who our founders are. So up here you see Mr. Kirk Hansen, Jim Hansen. They own the largest privately owned gas and oil distribution center in the entire Western Hemisphere. So we are talking about 98% of the distribution for Phillips 66, Conoco, ExxonMobil, all the big names. Okay, mega billions of dollars. Then you have Carl Taylor on the far right, who's Idaho Potatoes or Taylor Farms. Okay, so if you've ever had a French fry or a potato, okay, you have been supporting Miami literally your entire life. Anybody like Chick-fil-A fries? They're kind of like the bomb. Yeah, well, that's a Miami French fry. All right, well, Five Guys, all that, any kind of five-star restaurant too. So, anyways, so we're talking about mega billions of dollars back in Miami. This is important to know because any company that you've ever heard of in this industry, they're all going to be started by network marketers who've made millions in the industry, so they decide to start their own network marketing. So you're talking about small-time millions compared to these guys, big-time billions. But not only that, they've never, ever failed in a business, ever. They have never sold a business. They've never had to go public with a business and never even taken a dime out of Kiani. Kiani is 100% debt-free, which is a huge reason why our compensation plan pays out 52.4% on every single dollar, which, by the way, is 3 times more than the industry average, 20% more than any leading competitor that we've got. Okay, so we're talking about the #1 comp plan in the highest paying in the industry. By the way, a lot of people don't know this. Network marketing, multi-level marketing, is the highest paying profession in the world. Okay, more than real estate, more than insurance, more than any kind of professional sports, athletes, actors, actresses, entertainment, all of that. Network marketing has created more millionaires than any industry combined. We have the highest paying compensation plan in the highest paying industry. If that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will. But that's that. So that's our founders. That's where we're at. That's the timing. That's why I told you the foundation right here is so important. Now I'm going to dive into the business side, right? Well, kind of. So business of the 21st century. Now, we're all very well aware of times are changing, right? Everything is going online. I always tell everybody, look, if you're not making money online, you are falling behind because there's literally a million different things that you can do online to make extra income or to make a fortune, this being literally the best one you'll ever find. But here's what's powerful about this, right? The most popular media provider creates no content. Facebook, Instagram, most valuable photo company sells no cameras. Uber, the largest taxi company in the world, doesn't own a single car. Netflix, the largest movie company in the world, doesn't own a single theater. Airbnb, largest accommodation provider, has absolutely no real estate. You guys see where we're going with this. Check this out. 2018, more than 6,700 retail stores closed. 2019, we doubled that number 5 months ago. So I'd imagine we'll probably triple that number by now, right? So you guys are seeing this, right? Everything is going online, right? Now, this was the very first slide that my mentor showed me. And by the way, the reason why we're winning here is because we created the online system for the network marketing industry. But the 95% and the 5%, this first thing that my mentor showed me, he said, Miles, where do you want to be? Clearly, I want to be over here golfing, but I had no idea what this even meant. The way he explained it to me, he said, Miles, 95% of the world is working what we call linear income or paycheck to paycheck. Now, paycheck to paycheck does not mean that you're broke. Okay? It just means that you're getting paid for your time. It's where you go to work, you clock in, you get paid, you clock out, you don't get paid. Called the 40-40-40 club, 40 hours a week, 40 years, so hopefully retire 40% of your income. Most of us, we're aware, retirement these days, it's not happening. Okay, they say college graduates now or millennials do not even have a chance of retiring until at least the age of 75 if they go into the corporate world. Which is crazy as that is, I don't even believe it's true because they also say Social Security will be gone by 2033. Okay, so this is the world that we live in. My mentor said, Miles, if you have a job or an income that depends on you being there, you're in trouble because as soon as you're not there, income is going to stop. Now, that made sense because as a claims adjuster, I was crushing it, but I was working 80+ hours a week. And if I didn't work those hours, I was not getting paid for those hours. Those are jumping on roofs, measuring roofs, running those claims. I was not getting paid for those claims, right? That's linear income. I asked my mentor, how do I get to the 5%? He said, Miles, 95% of the world are working for the system that the 5% run. Leverage income or residual income. For the work you do one time or for a period of time, you're getting paid over and over and over. Now, Warren Buffett says it better than anybody. If you're not making money while you're sleeping, you are never going to be financially free. That's what this is. Okay, this is a 4-year plan to replace a 40-year plan. See, I can walk away from planning, never say the word planning again, and my business is only going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow, and that's with or without me, because at this stage of the game, my business is exponentially growing with or without me. And I will tell you, if you do not already have some sort of residual income, you need to find residual income. I promise you it'll change your life. Like, you've got to find residual income. Even if you decide not to do Coyote, which I really highly suggest everybody do, even if you decide not to, find residual income, I'm telling you, change your life. In fact, me and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, but we went on a vacation a month and a half into this business. Spent a lot of money on vacation, just worked for an entire week, okay? But I came home for more money in my mailbox than I would have made at work when I spent on vacation. So I made a profit on vacation a month and a half into this business. See, that's whenever I first saw the power of residual income. That's whenever I really decided to start treating this like the $1 million business that it is. Now, I'm going to break into the actual compensation plan. So first off, we get paid 10 different ways. I'm going to break down the 2 main ways. The other 8 are all branches of these 2. First way, of course, is getting custom. Here's what sets us apart from the rest of the industry. We are not one of those companies where you're ordering a whole bunch of products, stacking in your closet, paint through your garage, whatever it may be, holding inventory, then going door to door trying to sell it. This is not sales, okay? Now, if you're good at sales, of course, it's going to benefit you, but it's not sales, okay? This is marketing, and really what I like to say is it's promoting. We share the product. We share the product with people that want it, and we share the product with people that need it. People that want it, they are interested in business. Trust me, with this compensation plan, people want to know about the business. But then we share the product with people that need it. Health issues, disabilities, elderly, right? My whole family, by the way, is all multiple 6-figure earners and above with Coyote, all on a part-time basis. And they all thought I was crazy whenever I first joined, but they're all in because of these products. Okay, my dad, he's 65 years old, he has arthritis from head to toe. This product's got him off all of his pain medication. He gets excited about it. He shares it with one friend out of West Palm. Then my dad overrides all of South Florida. Okay, my mom, she doesn't take Ambien anymore. She's sleeping better than she ever has in her entire life, which is a huge deal in my family. My wife doesn't take anxiety medication anymore. I don't take Adderall anymore. My favorite testimonial within my family is actually my wife's grandmother, who has COPD. Now, if you know anything about COPD, your lung capacity typically does not go back up. Her lung capacity has gone up 2%. So all of her doctors are involved in Coyote. In fact, we have a doctor right here out of Houston, okay, Dr. Alavi. Okay, she has gotten close to 80 patients or over 80 patients off of pharmaceutical drugs, all because of Coyote. Documentation, paperwork, all super legit. We have the #1 neurosurgeon in the world, who's also in Coyote. Tons of athletes, by the way. Des Bryant, Manny Pacquiao. I mean, I can't even count how many Olympic athletes. Here's what's really cool about this. We do not endorse athletes. We do not pay athletes to represent our product. They take it because they want to, or they take it because their nutritionists make it. So with that being said, we share the product with people that want it, business, people that need it, health issues, disabilities, elderly, right? And here's what's also cool about this. is if somebody wants to order the product, they're not even going to get it from you. They go to your website that Kyani gives you, which by the way is worth millions of dollars in itself. They go to your website, they order the product, Kyani does all the shipping, all the handling, you get compensated for it. So last month I did about $2 million in revenue with Kyani. Zero headaches of a traditional business. No inventory, no overhead, no brick and mortar, no employee costs, no warehousing, manufacturing, product development, all that. Entrepreneurs in here, anybody? Some of you guys feel me on this. I know you feel me. That's probably half the reason why you even joined, right? But we don't have those headaches here. All we do literally is share the business, share the product, and get compensated for it. So very powerful. Now, how do you start making money? Well, first off, going back, partners, building distribution is the other way that we get paid, which I'm going to explain right now. So if you want to start making money with Kyani, here are the packages. You have a $400 investment, a $600, a $900, $1,300, and a $2,000 package. Now, all of these are going to give you your marketing software, your distribution rights, $5 million app that we build literally everything off of, and it is also going to give you the website that I was just talking about. Now, the differences in the packages is the larger the package, the more upfront product that you get. Now, I told you we do not hold inventory. However, this one-time investment to start your business, get your business off the ground, is going to give you enough product that you can start sampling to people so that people know what the heck you're doing. Does that make sense? Now, more importantly than that is the larger the package, the more volume you get. Now, volume is how you hit rank. The higher rank you are, the higher percentages you get paid out. So I always encourage everybody, come in at the highest package you feel comfortable with. But what I will also tell you is do not wait around to save up for a higher package. Get in wherever the heck you fit in, because timing is going to be way more important than what package you choose. And I cannot stress that enough. If I would have joined Kyani literally 1 week sooner, I'd be making well over 100 grand a month. And I'm not there yet. So don't do that. Now, here's how the distribution side works. And again, this is where a lot of money is being made right now, considering nobody knows who we are. Okay. So first rank is the rank of Garnet. You come into this thing, you bring on 2 business partners, you're looking at Garnet, $75 a month. Now say one of those 2, they bring on a business partner. Now you have 3 people collectively within your organization. Now you're a Jade, you're looking at close to $300 a month. If you do this in your first 31 days, you get a $200 fast start bonus on top of that. A lot of people are hitting Jade literally in their first couple hours. Pearl, next position, roughly 9 to 10 people collectively joining your organization. Now, again, this is not 9 to 10 people that you personally brought. Say you only brought on 1 or 2, they bring on 1 or 2, they bring on 1 or 2, turns into 10. Or say you're a rock star, you bring on all 10 by yourself. Or maybe you're not the rock star, but you know a rock star, and they bring on the rest of it. That's kind of like how my dad was. You know, my dad's kind of a rock star, but he just doesn't play the game like a rock star. But he knew somebody that was a rock star, and now dad is making a lot of money. So, but that's the position of Pearl, $659 a month. If you do this in your first 31 days, you get a $500 fast start bonus. Now, I like to stop in the rank of Pearl because I can tell you in the 4 years I've been building this business, I have seen and found that Pearl is hands down the most life-changing position I've seen in this entire compensation plan. And a lot of you guys may be looking at that, you're like, hey, $700 a month, that's not like crazy baller money, that's not gonna pay my bills. I get that. But what you have to understand, this is extra income on top of what you're already doing, okay? Extra income. Most people don't realize this, but 4 out of 10 people do not even have $400 to their name in case of an emergency. Almost 8 out of 10 don't even have $1,000 to their name in case of an emergency. How crazy is that? Majority of foreclosures, bankruptcies, and divorces last year could have been prevented with only an extra $500 a month. People are literally hitting this position, guys, in the first couple of days. Could you use an extra $700 a month? I mean, this is incredible, right? But that's where I've seen the most lives being changed, is because, I mean, it's a life-changing position. But after Pearl, you're going to hit Sapphire, roughly 20 people collectively join your organization. Again, not you bring on 20, but say you brought on a couple and it turns into 20, same thing. Sapphire, $1,500 a month. If you do this in your first 31 days, you're going to get another $2,000 bonus on top of that. Now, I like talking about Sapphire because this is the position where everything just kind of skyrockets, okay? Because this is where you get the proof. There's 2 things that people have to see in this business. They have to see that they can trust you, and they have to see proof that this business is legit, and it's not just another one of those things that they've seen before. Now, when you're new to the business, you already have the trust with anybody that you know. In fact, if you're a guest in the room, the reason why you're here is because you trust the person that invited you, right? So you already have the trust when you're new, but what you don't have yet is you do not have the proof. See, that's why I'm here right now. I'm the proof. That's why you have people like Mr. Keith South, Mr. David Jones, okay, Terrance. We have the proof, right? Your trust, our proof, we're unstoppable. We do everything together as a team. And I will tell you right now, if you are not a team player, don't do this business because it's not for you. And you're going to be spinning your wheels trying to do this thing on your own. Now, if you are a team player, welcome to the team because about to make a lot of money. So that's Sapphire position. But here's the thing. When you hit Sapphire, now you have the proof. Now you get the car. Now all those negative naysayers, all the haters, all the people are like, oh, well, I'll believe it when I see it. When you're driving that new car, now they see it. Now they all come running back. They're all kicking themselves in the butt, wishing that they would have joined you when you first told them. So that's Sapphire position. And once you hit Sapphire, you get that car, you're going to rank right up. You're going to hit Ruby, $3,500 a month. Emerald, $7,500 a month. You get a $5,000 bonus just for achieving the rank of Emerald. And you get to go on the retreats. The retreats are like literally 5-star next level stuff you only see on like magazines. I've literally traveled all over the world with Kayani, and it's seriously next level. Me and Kate South, we're going what, next month? Like
Right at a month.
right out of the month for
A week in Caribbean.
Caribbean. Yeah. So amazing.
Take his wife, I'm gonna take my wife.
Yeah. There you go. You know, it's actually cool though. Here's why I think this business is so cool too. Just the trips wise. So last trip was Switzerland, but the trip before the last one, me, my wife, both of her parents and both of my parents all went to Norway, Sweden, France, Spain, Italy, toured the whole thing with both of our families. Like that's really freaking cool. You know what I mean? And all of it was free. Like we didn't have to pay for anything. I think that's cool. I think it's cool. But anyways, so after Emerald though, you're gonna hit Diamond. Diamond pays on average about $14,000 a month. You get a $1,200 car allowance now. It's where the more exotic cars start coming to play. My wife's position is a Diamond. My mom's a Diamond, and my dad's a Diamond. Both of them do this ridiculously part-time. My mom's an esthetician, still has a practice. She actually makes way more money with Kayani than she does her practice, but she loves what she does. My dad, on the other hand, makes way more money with what he does as a custom builder, entrepreneur, home builder. Very successful. Does way better with that than he does Kayani, but bringing in close to 15 grand a month with Kayani. So between my parents, almost $30,000 a month that they're bringing in on a part-time basis. Like that's also really awesome, right? They say it's their vacation money, but the only vacations they go on are the ones that Kayani takes them on. But so that's Diamond. After Diamond, you're gonna hit Blue Diamond. You're looking at $25,000 bonus when you hit this. You get you're about $30,000 a month. So my sister and my brother-in-law, they're Blue Diamonds. Green Diamonds, where I'm currently at. The average there is anywhere between $45,000 to $60,000 a month. You get a $2,500 car allowance now. So this is where the more really, really exotic cars start coming to play. So my wife's a Diamond, I'm a Green Diamond. We get $3,700 a month just to pay for our cars. So you'll see I go through cars like crazy. That's my G-Wagon out there. Casey's got that S550. Which is way better than the G-Wagon, by the way. Gotta throw that out there. That car's sick. Anyways, but anyway, so after Green Diamond, you're gonna hit Purple Diamond, $100,000 bonus. Red Diamond, $5,000 car allowance. Double Red Diamond, you get a $500,000 bonus. I'm sure we could all agree that $500,000 bonus would be pretty cool. Mr. James Bradford, he's a double Red Diamond. You give him, you'll be meeting him. Black Diamond, $10,000 car allowance. Double Black Diamond, you're talking about $1 million a month at that position. $1 million bonus. I mean, it gets crazy. But here's what's cool about this. We're so early on this that nobody has even achieved the highest rank yet. So nobody's maxed out the comp lane. The highest rank in Kayani, her name is Becky herself. She overrides all of Asia. She's been in since the very beginning, but even she will tell you the person that's going to make the most money in Kayani probably has not joined the business yet, let alone probably does not even know what Kayani is yet. She told me this 3 years ago. I thought she was blowing smoke, just trying to make me think I could be the top earner. However, I saw James Bradford doing 1 year, but took Becky herself 7 years to do, all because of our online system. Okay, so here's what I want to break down for you guys. And this is why our comp lane is #1 in the industry, why it's copywritten, and why so many people are winning. We only build 2 lines of business. Now, if you have experience in network marketing, you're saying, okay, that sounds like a binary. But it's not, because in a binary, you're only getting paid on what your weakest leg produces. Okay? Here, we're getting paid on literally everything. But after you bring on your very first 2 business partners, anybody else that you bring on, so you bring on 10 people, they're going underneath those 2, then the next 2, then the next 2, then the next 2 to help everybody bring on 2 business partners. So we are all collectively helping each other bring on 2 business partners. So here's the simplicity of Kayani. If every single person only brought on 2 people, everybody is ridiculously healthy and wealthy. Sounds cheesy whenever I make it rhyme like that, but it's the truth. Now, obviously, it's not as easy as it sounds, because if it was, everybody would be walking around with millions of dollars in their pockets. However, it is that simple. And honestly, in my opinion, it is that easy, because I really don't care who you are. Everybody on the face of this planet knows two people that they can bring into this thing. 2 people with health issues, disabilities, 2 people that want to make extra income, or 2 people that want to make a lot of income, right? Everybody knows 2 people that they can bring into this thing. The best part about it is you're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. In order for the person above you to build their business, they have to build your business. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, that needs to make sense, because if it doesn't make sense, definitely find me afterwards, because that really needs to make sense. Okay. County Care Loyalty Bonus Program. My dad will talk about this forever, but it's kind of like a retirement plan, but it's not, because we are 1099s. But what this is, however much volume you bring in that month, kind of puts money aside for you. When you've been a distributor for at least 5 years, turn the age of 60, you're now eligible to collect this money. But get this, it compounds at 10% every single year. Any financial advisors in here? Okay, there's usually at least 1 for every 10, but if you know any financial advisors, share that with them, and you're probably going to have a new business partner. Every financial advisor I've ever talked to joined specifically because of this, because you're never going to find it. So my dad, he's 65 years old. He has arthritis from head to toe. I don't know why he mentioned that again, but he's 65, and he's been in Kayani for 4 years. In the 4 years that my dad's been in Kayani, he has literally more money in his loyalty bonus program than he does his entire life of retirement. Now I have another business partner named Kim Bellamy. She has been in Kayani she's been in Kayani for about a year now, but her very first 2 months, she matched what took 15 years to build with her 401k. I have millions of dollars in this, okay, and I saw 32 years to build this with a compounding at 10% every single year. That's huge. That's another benefit of having billion-dollar founders. That's another reason why literally everybody needs to be doing this business. But we have 5,000 cars on the road just within Team Fusion. That's more than all Mary Kay. We've been around literally for about 40 years, less time. And I'm sure we can all appreciate they're not pink Cadillacs. But, and then this is our charity. This is something that I'm crazy passionate about. And really, this is kind of like our 4th line of business. Because you can build your entire business just from this if you chose to. Now, what it is, so Carl Taylor's Idaho potatoes, right? So what we do is we dehydrate potatoes, we pump full of minerals, vitamins, proteins, we ship them off to this country to feed starving families. 1 potato pack costs $25, feeds a family of 5. But again, you can build your entire business just from this if you chose to. Oh, nice. I was wondering what you were putting at. It's our potato bag. So, and what's cool about this too is we do mission trips. So we go to these places, we get to build houses, schools, interact, play games. I mean, I just got back from Tanzania not too long ago, fed 1,800 kids that would like to have 1 meal a day. Most of those kids took that 1 meal back to their family to feed the rest of their family, which was on average 8 people per family. So that alone was an experience in itself. But what was even crazier about it, when we were there, we saw they had no clean water. Whenever we say no clean water, I mean, it was ridiculous. I thought it was 3 miles, but I just found out recently, women and kids were walking 4.5 miles to and 4.5 miles back every single day from their water source. And their water source was not water. It was a massive, imagine 3 times bigger, 4 times bigger than this whole area. Just all mud. Okay, there was cattle in the dead center of it. You can literally smell this place before you could see it. They would go there, they'd scoop their mud, take it back, and that's what they would make their water out of. So when we saw that, we knew we had to do something. So as soon as we got back to the States, the nonprofit that me and Mr. Southey have together, we actually partnered up with Kayani, and we built a water well in Arusha, which is the community. And literally, in a matter of just a few months, completely transformed the entire community. Because now they have clean water, so they're not getting sick anymore, like they were. Now they have clean water that they're using for farming, so now they're eating better, and they have clean water that they're actually selling to the rest of the community, so now they're actually making money. So literally, just in a matter of a few months, it's changed the entire world over there. So I'm crazy passionate about this. I can talk about this forever. And the reason why I'm so passionate, I really believe that this right here is the heartbeat of Kayani. Because everything about Kayani is based off of helping people. It's all based off of significance. You know, John Maxwell says, once you taste significance, nothing will ever compare. And that's the most true statement I've ever heard in my entire life, specifically because I've seen it firsthand with this. I really believe the reason why we're winning, we're such a blessed company, all the way from our founders to the corporate to the field, is because everything about this is based off of helping people. You cannot win in Kayani without helping people. If you don't have a servant's heart, again, it's not for you. If you have a servant's heart, then you're going to enjoy this because you get to help everybody. So that's actually the water well that you're seeing over there. And this is Mr. Carl Taylor. Whenever he came to town after Hurricane Harvey, which is really cool. He's literally one of the very first people, like first responder, like on the dot. And dude, we're talking about $1 billion man with his gloves on, getting dirty, getting to work with his family. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of founders that we have. Have you guys ever had a conversation with a billionaire before? Like, let alone, like, so I had dinner with Carl Taylor not even a month, actually it was right at about a month ago. And the conversation with this gentleman is just so humble. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like Ferrari, Lamborghini type of rich. He's like owning mountain ranges type of rich. And does like church camps and like, you know what I mean? Like they're just amazing. Anyways, I can talk about it for days. But guys, you're going to have the training. You're going to have the support. We have the system. We literally have a recipe to success. If you follow the recipe, you will be successful. If you don't follow the recipe, I can't promise you anything because I've never seen somebody try to do things on their own and have major success. But I've also never seen somebody follow the system that you're about to hear in a second and not have success. Okay, so we have what it takes, and I will be completely honest with you. I'll be very blunt about this. If you're not successful here, it's because you're just not playing the game and you're not following the system. It's as simple as that. Play the game, you follow the system, you're going to be successful. And speaking on that, I'm going to bring up a gentleman to briefly talk about the system that we utilize, and then I'll come back up to kind of close everything out. But the gentleman I'm about to bring up, he's on 2 different success magazines for this industry. You know, he is my mentor. He's taught me so much within this industry, and is absolutely amazing gentleman. He is an absolute servant leader, bends over backwards, not just for his organization, but for literally everybody within Team Fusion. And a lot of these people that he does break his back for, he has absolutely no benefit from, but just the kind of person he is, the kind of character he is. And I have so much respect for him, absolutely amazing individual, and love him to death, one of my absolute best friends. And absolute rock star. So if we can hear it from Mr. Casey Salvi.
Awesome. All right. So how's everybody? Doing good? All right. We're on the home stretch. So what I'm up here to talk about is systems. Systems, my background is in corporate America. 21 plus years in corporate America. Worked at a little bank called JP Morgan Chase. I don't know if you heard of them. I've worked at Huntsman Chemical, $16 billion chemical company out in Woodlands. Operations all around the world. I had 42 project managers that reported to me at my last company. So had babysitter, a lot of different things going on in that. But my big thing that I did was I built systems. I understand systems. I understand not just technological systems, but also people. You got to have both parts to be able to be successful. You can have something automated, but if people aren't going to adopt it, it doesn't matter. And so one of the key things that I brought to this and why I'm on a couple of magazine covers is because of bringing that system mindset into this profession, and we put some things together that haven't been done before. And because if you're looking at all of this and everything that you've seen, Mr. Sauer showed you some amazing money, Mr. Jones showed you some amazing products. It's incredible what we have here with the founders. You know, added into that, you can't lose as far as having a vehicle. But the biggest thing that I show people is while you're looking at this, you might be thinking that's great for all of y'all, but can I do this? Can I make this happen? How am I going to do this? I'm busy. I've got this. I've got all kinds of different things going on. I've got a singing career. I've got, you know, a digital marketing company I work for. I'm a coach. I've got all different types of things going on. I've got my own retail store. I've got my own therapy. I've got my own mattress store. How am I going to be able to make all this stuff happen? How's this going to work for me? We've got a system. The system is so key in what we do, and I'm going to explain that to you very quickly with a very easy example. Have you ever been to a grocery store and ran into somebody that you know? Does that ever happen to you? When you do that, what do you say to that person? Do you go up and try to sell them something? No, you say, hi, how you been? What you been doing? You're a human being. In this example here with this picture, that light switch that's right there, that signifies you turn the light switch on and you shine a light on them and you find out what that other person's doing. When you find out what they're doing, they're going to tell you how they're doing. They're going to tell you if everything's great. It's so great. Good to see you. But if things are not going so well, they'll probably share that with you too. You ever been to the grocery store and they start telling you their whole life story? You're like, I'm trying to get eggs here, you know, and they just keep on going. But as a friend, as a human, as somebody that you know, as an acquaintance, you're going to listen, you're going to hear them out. Most of the time we don't have it. It's like, man, I'm sorry to hear you're dealing with that. You know, good luck. You pat them on the bottom and wish them luck, but there's not a whole lot that you can do to be able to help that. But what we offer is a way to be able to help people with their health. You heard some amazing testimonies. We've got a group, private groups, got over 80,000 people in it talking about what this has helped them do. You don't have to sell anything. You just need to point. Because if you're talking to your friend at the grocery store and they say, you know, how you been doing? Well, I've got a leaky faucet at the house. Well, that's weird. I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on? Oh no, I got water all over the floor. Oh, goodness gracious, dude. What are you going to do about that? I have no idea. I'm here to get a mop at the grocery store. I'm on my way home to clean up all the water. They've obviously got a problem. What if you said, well, hey, you know, I happen to know somebody that could probably fix that. It's a wonderful plumber. In fact, they've been on 2 magazine covers for being a plumber. They're really good at what they do. Would you like to talk to them? Yeah, that'd be great. Could you put me in touch? Sure. How much do they charge? I don't know. Talk to the plumber. Where do they go? I don't know. Talk to the plumber. I'm just here to point you to the plumber. I'm making a recommendation. We do that all the time. That's what we built into this system. Now, sometimes people are going to complain about something they don't really want to fix. Have you ever ran into people like that? Nothing we can do. In our model, you see that little river that goes behind our factory? Every good factory has a river behind it that they pollute, right? We pollute our factory here, the river that goes behind that, we pollute that with people that don't want to fix it. We put them in a little inner tube, we give them a red Solo cup with a cold beer, and we send them on their way. Because they don't want to fix it, that's okay. They're still your friend. Good luck out there, man. I hope everything gets better. Then you talk to them about 3 months later and maybe something else is going wrong and they say, hey, tell me about that thing you were talking about. I got another leaky faucet. I lost my job. I've got another problem. I got a new prescription bottle that I got to take, you know, things like that. That's what we do. You don't have to do any of these parts. You point. And then that last one is the lever. That's where you pull the lever and it goes along the conveyor belt to another person. You're not the one doing those steps. You do one specific thing. You have conversations with people you know, and you're already doing that. So that doesn't take more time. You run into people all day long, don't you? You have conversations all the time. They tell you their whole life story. Listen to that, tune your ear into that, and they will tell you everything that's going on. And then you simply ask them, hey, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. And is that something that you want to fix? I do. What do you got? I got a guy that can help you. Let me put you in touch with him. They want to talk to us or they don't. If not, send them on down the river. It's completely fine. And what's so powerful about that is you don't have to do this. You don't have to do any sales. You don't have to do any of those. You're in marketing. You've heard that a couple times tonight. You're simply in marketing. She's smiling because she's in marketing. She understands that. Marketing and sales are 2 different things. You don't have to be in the sales. We'll handle the sales part. We'll handle, in fact, the website handles the sales part. If they got any questions, we'll help them with that too. That's the power of what we have. So when you're looking at all this and as you're finishing this up and you see, we've shown you crazy money, we've shown you crazy products, we've shown you all those things. When you're deciding, can I do this? You absolutely can do it because we have a proven system. A system to the point where I walked away from corporate America, retired this year at 42 years old. You can probably imagine I was doing pretty well running that type of division. I walked from that because of what we have here. What we're doing, 40 cars in Houston, Texas, or 4,000 in Dallas, and no offense, and Miles, cover your ears, but Dallas is cute and adorable compared to Houston, right? They're like our cute little younger brother. The amount of people that we have here, seriously, just sheer volume in Houston, 4th largest city in the United States of America. 40 cars in this city. Nobody knows about what we're doing. There's 3 of them sitting right out there. You ever watch one of these types of presentations, you see 1 car every 20 presentations when somebody happens to be around. We had one at my house a couple nights ago. There was over 7 cars in the driveway, just in our group, just at that one event. People are already winning in this thing and nobody knows about it yet. We're taking this thing all the way, global level. I'm not doing this for a little bit. I'm not doing this on a small scale. I do this for world domination. That's what we're gonna do. I will impact 200,000 people's lives with that. That is my mission. I will succeed in my mission. I don't know if it will be with you or with somebody else. I just know it will happen. If you see yourself being in this thing, lock arms with this system and jump on board with us. All right. I'm gonna bring up Mr. Stallard back up here. This guy, he's amazing. I cannot compliment him enough for watching how he's just blown up in this industry. The founders call him up. They want him to come hang out with them. It's pretty cool. He's a very, very humble gentleman, but this guy is an absolute rock star. I hope y'all have enjoyed what you're seeing tonight. He's gonna wrap it up for us. Thank you for everything you do, sir.
Awesome. So, guys, this is close out. For the guests in the room here, then A, B, C, or D. D just means you want to donate. Thank you. C means you want to become a customer. Awesome. More importantly than just taking the product, share the product. You know somebody that needs it, and you see what the product does for them, you see what it does for yourself, you'll understand why you probably want to do the business. And then D just stands for, maybe you have a few questions, which we'll be sticking around answering those questions for you. But B also stands for, what I like to say is baller on a budget. Because when I got in, I was 24. My friends, not all of them had the financial means to get started. But I will say, if you're over the age of 18 and you do not have $600 to invest in yourself, it's why you need to do this business. There should be a siren going off in your head saying whatever it is that you're currently doing is not working. And I don't say it to be rude. I don't say it to be harsh, but I say it to be real. Because the reality is you're one flat tire away from being real. That's, find the money, borrow the money, do whatever the heck you got to do. Get started with us. We'll get you out of that situation. If you know who Dave Ramsey is, he's going to tell you go sell something that's not making you money and go start making stuff. And if you know who Grant Cardone is, he's the complete opposite. He's going to say get your butt to the bank and get $1,000 loan and start a freaking business. And this being that, right? So if you're a B, welcome to the team. A just means you're all in, you're ready to rock and roll. So if you're an A, welcome to the team. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to make a lot of money. And we're going to change a lot of lives, while doing it. And guys, I know I had the financial side, I had the business side, so I was pretty heavy on the money, but I did make my disclaimer, right? You go to church and talk about Jesus, you can't leave mad. Right? But I will tell you that I got started because, I saw so many people winning, and that's what I saw. But I will tell you, that's not what drives me. What drives me in the business is the thank yous and the text messages and the calls that I get literally every single morning from lives being changed from either this business or these products. 6 months from now, when one of you guys gives me a call and says, that time you introduced Ryan and you did that presentation, that was the day that I'll never forget, because that was the day that my life changed forever. That's what drives me in this business, guys. And just know too, this is the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so much more to this than just the financial side and the product side. I mean, the relationships, the friendships, connections, the networking, the doors that this will open for you. I mean, this is the family. You're just seeing a very small portion of the family. But I mean, the doors that this will open, it's priceless. The skills that we learn here, the positivity that we surround ourselves with every single day. Just, man, the time and the freedom that we get back, spend with friends and family. In fact, one of my business partners this past Christmas, first Christmas in 6 years, he actually got to have with his family. Now he has time back. That's what we do here, guys. We change people's lives, and that's why we're winning. So thank you guys for coming out. We're going to be sticking around, and man, there you go.
Awesome.